This is how I teach dogs a food-finding nosework game that can be done indoors or out. It can be kept simple or made challenging over time. For dogs who like their kibble, that's what I use. You could use higher value treats if your dog is less interested in kibble. I start with 3 or 4 pieces. I place them on the floor with the dog watching, and I say, "Find it!" And then I let the dog go and eat the kibble. I do this several times with the dog watching. I put the pile of kibble just a few feet from the dog.
Find it.
Then I use an indoor room with a door that I can shut. I go inside the room, keeping the dog locked out. I put the kibble front and center where the dog can see it as soon as I open the door. I open the door, say, "Find it," and let the dog in.
Okay.
We do this several times, with the dog locked out while I place the kibble each time. At this point, they are probably just seeing the food rather than sniffing it, but that's fine. They'll use their noses soon enough.
Good girl. Okay, find it. Good girl. Okay, let's go back out here. Get it.
After I've done a number of reps like this, over at least 2 days, I put the kibble slightly out of sight. I don't mean hide it. I mean that when they come through the door, they won't see it straight ahead. It will be a simple left or right turn.
Find it.
Then I do this many times over several days. Now, this is not the time to give them a challenge. We're building a behavior. We want them to find the food in several seconds and build up many wins. Add to the difficulty very, very slowly. There's no hurry. This is our first big left turn. You can see that the food is not that far off the path.
Okay, find it. You're too good at this. You're too good.
This time I put the food into a shadow, and Zany can't see very well. I made it a little too hard for a beginner dog.
There they are. Good girl. Good girl.
After you can put it anywhere in the room and they can find it, then you can branch out and release them into a hallway that accesses several rooms. The first time you do this, you know what to do. Put the food just inside one of the doorways. Do this several times before gradually moving the food farther into the room. They'll be having fun from the very beginning of the game, so you don't need to rush.
You found it right away.
At some point, I switch from a little pile of kibble to putting it in a folded over paper towel tube. Every dog I've played this with seems to love ripping up the cardboard to get to the kibble. Obviously, don't do this if your dog eats cardboard. My Clara has been known to do that, so I leave her tube open on one end so the food generally spills out, and I confiscate the tube if she gets interested in eating it. Here's Zany with an easy hide, and you can see how much she enjoys ripping up the tube.
Okay, find it.
By the way, Zany always tucks her tail when she's working on a food toy. She's not upset about anything, she's just concentrating. Thanks for watching.